even beyond the compensation people should get for putting their digital assets out there, there's also the concept of putting things out there that you may want to delete later. So for example, teenagers today growing up posting pictures that they may regret later when they're applying for jobs. If they have had any data out there on the internet, it's there forever. It can't truly be deleted as of now. So you have a concept or a solution that you recommend, not only to expose the problem and how this works, and it's so important for people to understand that, but also your solution to how it should work, where we should be able to retract that content so that it doesn't harm us later.
Yes, I love the whole cryptocurrency space because right now it's proving a really valuable point. And actually, I was just recently on stage with a cryptocurrency expert that also validated what I'm about to tell you guys. And so what is really cool is this is not me coming up with a technology that's not feasible. And this is not science fiction. This is actually doable today if there's a will and if all of us come together and demand it. If crypto can be secured by a ledger and the ledger is kept in the cloud, and everyone can have access to the ledger so it's transparent, but it also encrypts the ownership of different denominations of crypto, and it explains who has what, and that ledger can be created and kept in the cloud, then all of our data with that same type of technology should be able to be deletable when we want to delete it. I have a question for everyone on this feed tonight. How many of you messed up and gone live with a picture or a feed that you're embarrassed by?
Probably.
Yeah. Now, I don't believe if you're a young person, you go out one night and you do something you're not proud of, why that is almost impossible to delete. I am not suggesting that we should whitewash our lives, but I am saying that back in the 80s and 70s when I grew up, you were able to recover from a mistake, right? You were able to actually live it down by living a good life, and it wasn't constantly being brought back by your enemies because it was always available. So one of the beautiful things I would like to do is to see us own our images that are put out on the internet with cryptocurrency type technology. And then when we want to revoke it, we revoke it, and it has to be revoked on all platforms. And I think that would be amazing. Then that would bring back ownership. That would also help with digital rights management for the movie industry and everyone else, because it would bring back solid ownership to a movie. You could own a movie. You probably heard just recently, there's a huge uproar in the PlayStation world about Discovery Channel pulling the plug on their deal with PlayStation and Sony. And now people who bought Discovery Channel videos are losing them. They're gone. Bam. They thought they owned them. Goodbye, videos. So the problem with it is those videos were attached to the Discovery Channel's digital rights management. If it's no longer there, the videos can no longer be on your PlayStation. Wouldn't it be cooler if those videos actually had a transfer of ownership to you digitally and if they were put into your cryptocurrency wallet? Yeah, that's the better approach. And we have to rethink the way we do everything digitally. So I hope I've not gone over people's heads. I'm trying to keep this super simple, but we need to establish ownership in the digital world with the ability to truly own something and transfer ownership from Discovery when you pay for it to your wallet, to your life. And it cannot be taken away from you just because a deal goes bad. You bought it. It's yours.
Yeah, 100% agreed. So what are some action steps that people can do to take action on this?
Well, first thing is we have to start having a dialogue about it. I'm starting to talk about something just like Elon Musk started talking about boring, SpaceX, and other very cool things. And then hopefully I will get people excited about this notion, and I will start having more brilliant people come to me and say, how can we actually make something like this happen? And then more brilliant people will get together and they will start solving some of these issues. Again, guys, I'm just here to teach you guys. I'm just here to start this dialogue. Philosophically, we have to we got to start somewhere. So Kim, I just want to make it clear to everyone, this doesn't happen in a day. This happens with us talking about it, going to our local, very important. You want to change America, you don't do it at the federal level. You do it at the absolute local level. You know, George Soros, and the way that he funded all of his nonprofits, actually has fundamentally changed America. And how he did it was getting into school boards, getting into local elections with mayors and other people. And my kudos and my hat goes off to his results. His results are incredible. So the local is how you change America. We need to get local DAs in different cities looking at technology crimes differently to protect our children, for example. And we need DAs to actually take a much more bigger, just put it this way to you, we need the whole justice system in general to look at predators completely differently. And just really quick, I don't want to bore everyone, but Kim, this is something you and I talk about often. Guys, listen, if I right now tonight mentioned, the vaccine and the virus and a few other key words and January, rebellion, etc. Suddenly there will be disclaimers at the end of this video, and automatically the AI will zero in that you're talking about the virus or you're talking about something else, and instantly get all these disclaimers. So how come when we're talking about children's age and we're talking about body parts and we're talking about actually sexual activities, the AI suddenly becomes completely incapable?
Right. When predators approach children on the
figuring
internet.
out a predator is going after a child. I don't believe it. And TikTok, programmers at TikTok, yes, I'm talking to you guys, because you guys are creating some of the best algorithms in the world. We got to get better at this, because this is happening all over. Or is this something that you really want to have happen? Because I don't think it should happen at all. With the technologies we have today, we can protect the children. But again, we need DAs that will prosecute. And we need a whole justice system that will actually get with the program here. And guess what? That all starts with you guys. You want to know how you do it? Local elections, local offices. And some of you run for office if you have common sense, if you really care about your children. Educate more on these values. And with the book, I really go into a lot of detail of what you can do. And most importantly, though, guys, none of it's easy. All of it's going to require you to take some time to get involved and care. And I believe America's worth it. I'm not an American originally. I was born in England. I grew up in Switzerland, and I immigrated. It took me 15 years to immigrate here. I love this country. As a new American, in having a family now in America and seeing the potential of this country, I know it's within us to change what's occurring with technology and predators and the world. And again, it's not to destroy these platforms. It's actually for all of us to come together and work together to make these platforms safer and to make our lives safer. And more importantly, we all have to come to terms with our addiction.